Professor Chris Murray, thank you very much for coming here to Auckland, and thank you very much for your time today to talk about GBD at the Global Burden Disease Summit. For our audience at World Federation Neurology, readership and viewers, tell us about GBD, where you were, where you are, and where we are heading.
So I'm here at the Global Burden of Disease Brain Summit at AUT in Auckland. A great group discussing GBD 2017 results, the Lancet Neurology series of papers. And I had the opportunity to talk more generally about the GBD and where this, world's largest collaboration in science actually is going. And I see it going in the direction of even growing more participation from scientists around the world, more countries doing subnational burden of disease assessments. We just saw the UK publish second administrative level burden of disease for the first time. We have about 20 plus countries doing first administrative disaggregations, and that creates a lot of policy use and energy and analysis. And then I also had a chance to talk about the new forecasting work that's being published in October, and there'll be lots more of that coming, of forecasting both what's most likely to occur and better and worse scenarios in the future, and custom scenarios about how different diseases, including neurological diseases, may change depending on how effectively societies tackle the key risk factors and even things like access to care. So I think it's exciting times for the GBD. We're really becoming more and more useful, and I think the close work that we now have with WHO, for example, will enhance the audience and policy use of what we collectively produce in the GBD.
Congratulations on your leadership and leading such an amazing organization and amazing group. For our GBD papers readers, what are the areas that you would like them to draw their special attention to in the upcoming publications in the coming months?
Well, we have the Lancet series on neurology. It's a great deep dive for a group of important diseases, and I think there's a lot of really interesting results there for people to dig into and look at carefully, spanning from migraine to stroke in terms of things that are highly fatal to things that really are leading causes of disability. But more broadly on the GBD, of course, there's the whole transition that the world's going through, and I think the GBD papers start to pull that out and show that in great detail. The big transitions that we see from a world dominated by communicable maternal and neonatal and nutritional causes to one dominated by non-communicable causes, the shift from premature mortality to disability being more and more the dominant cause of disease burden, and then the just general transition we're seeing around the world as countries get richer, of people living longer, and the whole experience of disability being the dominant part of the challenge for health systems. So I think there'll be papers coming out, both planned and new papers coming that'll sort of highlight some of those findings. And then, of course, the richness that we're used to in the GBD of deep dives into specific diseases and risks that really point out in different places how different the pattern of disease is and what are the leading risks in different countries.
One last question for those younger folks or older folks even who wanted to do postgraduate research, PhDs, MDs and masters. Are there opportunities for them to look at GBD data and work with your organization or partners in different countries to make use of these rich data source and generate that sort of a research proposal and publications?
There's almost an infinite opportunity for master's PhD theses using GBD data, diving deeply into the primary data sources that are all cataloged in the Global Health Data Exchange there for researchers to use. And to improve the GBD methods. And we run a very inclusive collaboration. We both want the world's leading expertise in diseases and risk factors and country epidemiology, but we also want the next generation of scientists. And we've been pretty proactive about getting younger scientists involved. I would encourage them to join the collaboration and to look at some of the resources that we make available for people to do their own research projects, whether it's understanding the descriptive epidemiology in a place or a particular set of challenges, or contributing to insights and innovations in how we measure the burden of disease by cause, by risk, by country.
Thank you very much. Congratulations again and keep up the good work. Thank you for your time
Thank you very
today.
much for your interest.